Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Data Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of data science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding Friday purchases part 1. The difficulty level of this question is medium, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads, we are given a table called purchases with three different columns: user ID, purchase date, and amount spent. The combined columns user ID, purchase date, and amount spent is the primary key for this table. Purchase date will range from November 1, 2023 to November 30, 2023, inclusive of both dates. Each row contains user ID, purchase date, and amount spent. We are asked to write a solution to calculate the total spending by users on each Friday of every in November 2023. Output only weeks that include at least one purchase on a Friday. Return the result table ordered by week of the month in ascending order. Okay, let's go through this example. So here we have various different user IDs and the purchase dates and the amount spent. So basically we need to keep only those dates where it is a Friday, and then for them we also need to find out, okay, what week of the month that date lies in November of 2023, and for that week of the month and the day, what is the total spend, right? So if we look at our output, so we have first week of the month, 3rd of November and 24th of November, you have the total amounts. Okay, so before we move into that, let's take one example. So let's say I need to find out, okay, which week of January 2024 is 10th of January. So obviously by looking at this, you know that this is going to fall in the second week of January month. Why? Because January 1 till January 7 is going to be first week, and then January 8 till January 14 is going to be the second week. But using SQL, how can you get that? So if I go ahead and do, okay, return me select week. Now this function week will basically give you which week of the year, not the month, a particular date is. So if I go ahead and do this, let's see what does this return. It should return 2, right? But if I look at my output, it returns 1. So basically it starts at 0. So the first week is represented by 0, then second week is represented by 1, and so on. And again, as I said, this is going to represent the week of the year, not the week of the month. So if I want to get, okay, what week of the month of January this is, since the year starts at January, so it is not going to make any significant difference. But if you want to generalize the solution, we need to basically do, okay, week of the first day of that particular month. So obviously this is going to, so if this returned us 1, what is this going to return? Basically, which is going to be 0. So 1 minus 0, and then at the end, since you know that this is the second week, so you need to plus 1. So this is how in general you can get which week of a particular month a date is. So this is what a general solution look, because there is no function in SQL which can actually directly give you the week of the month. So if you look at our output, this gives you 2. Now remember this. So let's start our solution. So firstly, we need to get, okay, for every purchase date, which day exactly it is. So from this table called purchases, let us keep all the columns that we have currently. So select star and then use the day name function on the purchase date column to give us, okay, this is a particular day of the week. So if I go ahead and run this, let's see what do we get in our output. Let me just drag it to the left. So we now have, okay, which particular day this particular dates are. Okay, now once we have this, then we also need the week of the month, because we need week of the month in the output as well. So what we can do is we can use the same logic that we learned about just few minutes ago. So how can we find the week of the month? We can get the, okay, for this particular purchase date, what is the week of the year? Subtract the week of the year of the 1st of November 2023, and then you plus 1. So what we are basically doing is, let me just drag it down. So week of purchase date minus week of 1st of November. So week of 1st of November 2023, and then you basically plus 1, and it should be aliased as week of month. Okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now if you look at it, let me just drag it again to the left. So this is what we have. So you have the day as well as the week of the month. What we can do is let's save this in a common table expression. So with CTE as, and then this entire thing goes into parentheses. Then what we need is, our question says we are only concerned about Fridays. So what we can do is, from this common table expression, keep only those rows where day is equal to Friday. And then what we need is, for every week of the month and the purchase date, what is the total amount spent. So we can go ahead and do group by the week of month and the purchase date, and then you return both the columns because both of them are required in our output. So select both them, and then you sum the amount spent to get the total amount. So as total amount, okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So if we look at it, we have week of the month, purchase date, and the total amount, and this should be ordered by week of the month in ascending order. So we write order by week of the month. Okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get now. So yeah, this is accepted. Our output is same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit to pass all the test. So yeah, this is accepted and this is output. So yes, somewhat tricky question. Let me just drag it to the left again. What we basically did was we found out, okay, let's add a column called day name, which basically tells whether it is Monday, Tuesday, and so on, a particular purchase date. And then we use the logic that we learnt about to get which week of a month a purchase date is. Then once we had both the columns, then we kept only those rows where day was Friday, because that is what the question asks. And then we grouped by the week of the month and the purchase date and calculated the total amount and ordered by week of the month in ascending order. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there's a better way or more efficient way to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.